Australia's fire season has well and truly passed this year, but suddenly nobody's talking about it. If you recall, last year around this time, it was the lead story. Global warming set Australia on fire. Do you remember this fake satellite photo? That scary image, that outraged the world. So where has everyone gone this year? Why the silence? Well, because this season doesn't suit their narrative. In fact, it debunks all the fake news from the climate alarmists. Watch this entire video to understand why the mainstream media is now suddenly radio silent. And then share it so your family and friends don't fall for their lies next time. When you finish watching this story, make sure to head straight over to yeminireport.com and sign up. It's absolutely free. Because, as you know, at the moment, there is a coordinated assault on Rebel News. They've begun to deplatform us in an attempt to stop you from hearing the other side of the story. If you give me your details at yeminireport.com, no matter which social media platform decides to censor us next, I can still send you my reports directly. yeminireport.com. Sign up now before it's too late. Last year, Australia experienced one of the worst bushfire seasons in recorded history. The devastation was genuinely shocking, but like any natural disaster these days, climate change activists refused to let this grand opportunity pass without capitalising on it.
The bushfires have been exacerbated by climate change, which is an anthropogenic, human-caused catastrophe, yeah? Our CO2 emissions have been making the globe warmer.
Yeah, of course, man. It's 16 degrees and raining in the middle of summer.
That's global warming.
Seriously.
Now, don't get me wrong here. I don't deny climate change exists. Of course, the climate changes. It's been doing that forever, long before me. Take the Old Testament, for example. There's evidence of the climate changing throughout it, from the extreme floods in the book of Genesis to the severe droughts in the book of the prophets. My issue here is the narrative that man-induced global warming caused last year's bushfires without any actual scientific evidence of it, just a lot of theory. But even more dishonest than that is neglecting the critical facts, namely the fact that we were experiencing a natural phenomenon known as the Indian Ocean Dipole, which, if you remember, none of the climate change protesters I spoke to at the time even knew what it was. Do you know what the Indian Ocean Dipole is?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. What is it?
I'm pretty sure I've heard of it before, yeah.
Yeah, you have heard of it? Do you know what it did?
Talk about, sorry mate, people who don't know.
Okay, so we're not. They don't want us to talk about science to people who don't know about science. In addition to the natural phenomenon, we also had extreme fuel loads on the ground, a direct result of green policies restricting the amount of prescribed burning and fire breaks allowed. Yes, you heard that right. Fuel load management is restricted by the same people who blame everyone and everything else. The truth is, here in Australia, we have always experienced intense bushfires, droughts, and flooding. We always will. Reducing carbon emissions, it may help. It definitely won't stop the fires, droughts, or floods. The only thing scientifically proven is that managing the fuel load on the ground will stop bushfires from spreading so far and wide. For example, take this year. No natural phenomenon, plus all the fuel load on the ground was burnt last year. And what do you know? A bushfire season that the media don't want to discuss. If global warming was responsible for Australia burning last year, then by definition, we would be burning hotter this year. If you agree that this report is important, make sure to like, comment, and share, because the mainstream media is not telling the other side of the story. And guess what? Big tech is trying to censor us, stop you from hearing the truth. So make sure to go to the yeminireport.com and sign up. That way, no matter where we get deplatformed, you can hear the other side of the story. And I know you are looking at my top once again, so make sure to head over to rebelstore.com.au, get yourself some of the merchandise, and support your favorite news network.